And good morning. I had to do another video today. I just put one up last night. It was late last night actually when I did it and published it onto YouTube. I woke up this morning with that's why I'm here, this extra huge sense of well-being in the deep inside part of me. Just all I can say is the things that I love more. The things that make me feel good more. The sense of worth, the sense of having a place, of knowing what you do. These are all maybe things that people think live in your brain, and it's interesting, this thing on magnetics, because I think it really brings into part more of this idea of the Chinese three treasures system of Jing, Qi, and Shen, because the things that I'm feeling are things that would usually, I think, be associated with psychotherapy, with just this deep, connected feeling. And these are not oh, I feel like I could go out and do a race or something like that. It's kind of like the things that, in my mind, as being, and I got to shout out, a little digression here from Secrets of Longevity, Zach, for liking my video. And if it was me watching, or why I would watch me personally, is if there was somebody doing what I was doing, I would have an interest, because, and I put this in a comment, is because I'm 48, and I am not seeing anybody in this extreme wellness community that is showing any better signs of having any better health than somebody living on a reasonable standard American diet. And that would be my parents, for example. They're never been excessive in any way, manner, shape, or form. So what I'm getting at is, not too far of a digression there, but just to say that I think that as people get older, they sort of lose touch of that magic. It's a spiritual thing of a feeling of depression, feeling of guilt, feeling of resentment over investing bad time in bad situations, bad relationships, and all that. The Chinese would say the Shen is disturbed. And so for me, this magnetism is like, whoa. I mean, to the point of where it's just what it's doing to me. It is pulling together something that seems like something that I would feel. And it seems like it's very rooted in what I consider the Jing area. I'm very stronger. Actually, that's a weak part in me, because of being around heavy equipment so much and being so tall. I do have back problems. So maybe that's all, again, in the magical three treasure system, maybe all of that's just pulling together. But I'm blown away by that. I totally am. And some of the comments that were left on my last video, I want to say I feel something with what's going on with people communicating with me. Specifically, as always, my communications with Zach, always perfect, always awesome. But two new people who've come into my life, Jason Harvey, who's a younger guy, who's obviously very interested and very fired up, and guy named Perry, Flex for Life. Him and I have been having a couple of really good communications, and by the way, I owe you a letter back. And everybody should know that I freaking completely stink at quick replies. Like most people, I leave a comment, I leave a message, and I get a reply back. And you don't get that from me. And it's not that I'm not thinking about you, because I am. I just purposely don't spend a lot of time on the internet. I don't do Facebook. I'm on Facebook, but anybody who's checked me out on Facebook knows if you left a message 10 days ago, it still hasn't been answered. So, what I'm saying is the helping each other with being our own gurus is, to me, it's better than some of these people. And not these people, I mean people like David Wolf and my big mentor Truth Calkins. I think it's far more powerful to find these things out on your own, with the idea, firstly, is that we're all unique. And so, in all being unique, we can help each other find what works. And this comes across the board because there's a lot of my subscribers that I'm really relating to. Jambins in New Zealand, I love every time I hear from him because he kind of seems to have this sort of rock and roll tattooed like of things like I do. And then there is oh God, I can't remember. Somebody just left me a message saying that they like me because of my philosophy and all that kind of stuff, but also because they're really into ambient techno. And I know a lot of times I probably seem like a rock and roll person, which I'm not. I kind of hate rock and roll, actually. I'm into music, and I'm into fresh and creative music, and so yeah, I just have to say I really dig where all of this is going. And I want to say, give a big thumbs up to Jason Harvey for teaching me the word electroceuticals, meaning these things like grounding, magnetism, things that harmonize the energy in the body. That is really where I'm going with all of this stuff. And it's on the cutting edge. Things like mind machines, brain machines, whatever you want to call them, and some of these, I forgot this term. Hold on a second. This is something that this guy Perry, Flex for Life, who I've had some great conversations with, introduced me to geopathic stress solutions. And that is always an area I'm interested in. This specific company I didn't really know anything about until he introduced me to it, and I'm very excited about things like this. Because we're living longer, and so I just have to say, like, I don't know, the age range of a lot of people who listen to me is very varied, and I think there's a big mistake going on in the raw food community because a lot of them are 30-somethings. And I just want to tell you that I was on the top of my game in my 30s. I got carded. Thinking that you found something and you're feeling better in your 30, it doesn't mean shit at all, because what is really the truth is the extension of our life is where we're at, is the living beyond 40, 45, somewhere in there, is because that's where, that's where the end used to come with the human, with previous to the industrial age. That was death. It's like a guy could go out and fight in a war or do some kind of amazing stuff in his 30s, work his ass off, and then die at 42, 43. So this is the cutting edge. This is big time the cutting edge. This being alive, being in this time, being on the internet, being on YouTube, communicating, talking, increasing that. And it's like, a lot of people like me because I'm not an advocate of anything. In doing this, I'm getting back from people, like, just lots of people that I communicate with is, hey, I'm doing this, have you done this? And a lot of people talk to me, and like Ormus, something I've never, I've not regularly done. I've had little hits of it here and there. And so to find out what works for people, this community is amazing. And so I just had to give you another update. I am feeling alive like you don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, wow. And it's not euphoric. It's just, it's almost like being in love, like having a new partner. I'll leave that in the the non-gender term. Anyways, so peace, namaste, and I love you all for intensifying this wonderful, amazing era that we're in to learn more of all that we can be in our connection and our movement towards the singularity.